Alright, what's up YouTube? This is a video response to Gigup's anime becoming mainstream. Now, when I hear the term mainstream anime, this is the first thing that comes to mind.
In an ancient time, Earth was nearly destroyed. Not by man, but by gods from the sky. 7 mystics banded together to fight the invaders. They created the Dragon Balls. Now the signs have appeared again. The evil has returned. And only one chosen warrior has the power to defeat this threat.
I'm not ready for this.
You are the only one who can do it.
With this Dragon Ball, I take my vengeance upon the Earth.
We have to find the Dragon Balls before the eclipse.
Let's go.
We'll go, but we go together. Cool.
Next year, the battle for our world
Who are you?
will begin. Dragon Ball Evolution.
Mainstream and anime. Dragon Ball Evolution. See, that's what come to my mind. That god awful clusterfuck of a movie and whatnot. And see, this is what happens if a corporation was to get involved in anime. You know, they'll take some shit. They say, hey, that's popular. Let's throw the name on it, make some bullshit. People will watch it, and people did watch that punk ass movie. It took $30 million to make that shit, which is way too much, but it was low budget. But they in turn made $50 million off of box office sales, which is a goddamn shame. I knew that movie was gonna be trash back when they was first talking about it in '07. You know, when they was getting the cast together. I say, oh my god, at 20th Century Fox. I'm like, really? The fuck out of here. But yeah, see, that's what happens with mainstream anime. You know, imagine just corporations coming in, swooping down, hand-picking animes just cause based on the popularity, and then not even giving a fuck about them, just throwing some shit out there. That's part one. What will happen with the term mainstream attached to anime. Another thing I think of when I hear the term mainstream anime, I look at games, you know, and how they want to say games is the reason for violence. Oh, he's killing such and such because he was playing Grand Theft Auto or Call of Duty. Like recently, a 8-year-old boy killed his 90-year-old grandmother. He got his hands on the gun and he shot her. He say he thought it was a toy, and the sheriff say, "Oh, see, he had a copy of Grand Theft Auto 4 in the disc tray. That's what he was playing." And basically, what the whole story's going on now is like, "Oh, see, it's Grand Theft Auto 4's fault he killed his grandmother." No one wants to ask how the fucking 8-year-old kid can just get his hands on a gun, or why an 8-year-old kid was left with a 90-year-old woman. Nobody wants to ask that. No, it's not none of that's fault. It's Grand Theft Auto 4's fault. Had Grand Theft Auto 4 not been there, that never would have happened. You know, so that basically they saying, oh well, see, if one Grand Theft Auto 4, he wouldn't took no gun. If the gun was in the reach of an 8-year-old boy, he would have done the exact same thing, regardless of Grand Theft Auto 4's presence in that house or not. But I digress. The point is, anime can suffer that same negative connotation. Imagine if something like Death Note become mainstream, which that would be a good thing, but all the negative stuff that come with it, like, oh, why is this so violent? I don't understand. I don't believe it. It ain't a cartoon. Ain't supposed to be for kids. Cause yeah, motherfuckers think anime is a cartoon, and they don't understand that anime is have mature things in it. There are animes made for kids, of course. Everybody know that, but not every anime is made for kids. Just like not every fucking game is made for kids. But in people's mind, games is for kids. Cartoons are for kids, and yeah, cartoons are for kids. And there are child animes, as I just mentioned. But something like Death Note isn't supposed to be viewed by children. But motherfuckers are just they go balls to the wall, all sorts of negative connotations. And that's another thing I think of when I hear the term mainstream being applied to anime. Now, after hearing all that, and you still want anime to be mainstream, I get you. I understand. Like, I have a story. A friend of mine, he watches Attack on Titan, and we talk about it. But he like, yo, it's this dude at school. He Asian, and I just want to ask him about that Attack on Titan and whatnot. But I'm not sure if he watches it, and I want to just approach him, and he'd be like, man, just 'cause I'm Asian, you assume I watch anime, and that's probably what'll happen. Unless he could be like, yeah, I seen that Attack on Titan, like, or Attack on Titan, what is that? Any one of those scenarios could happen. But if anime was mainstream, he wouldn't have to be scared because it says it's mainstream. Like, you go up to somebody asking about Breaking Bad, even they watch it or not, they'll say, oh, you know what? I've heard of that, but I haven't gotten around to watching it, or I just don't want to watch it, because it's mainstream. That'll be the end of that. But with anime, you don't want to just hoe nobody. It just, and then sometimes people be ashamed to admit they watch anime. I'm not one of those people, but I know people like that, want to keep it on the low, make sure that nobody know. And like my cousin, back when we was going to school, we went to the same Votex Center, and we was talking about Devil May, and then he was like, yo, keep that down and shit. And I'm like, calm down, nigga, it ain't that serious. But he was ashamed for me to bring that up in front of people, so we just talk about it at home. So I get it, but you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. You need to think about that. I get it. I understand. It would be nice if everybody understood the thumbnail. Watch it for the plot. I swear. Some people will get it, some won't. But anime is so much more mainstream than you realize. Netflix, the leader in internet streaming videos, they have 60 to 70 anime titles. Hulu, another mainstream streaming service, has 200 plus titles on their queue that anybody can go watch. Crunchyroll simulcasts anime to us in a timely fashion. And I would love for anime to become mainstream, but the world ain't ready, and I don't have time to compromise the shit I like to suit other motherfuckers' needs. And until next time, this has been the DaHarvMasta. Peace the fuck up out.